this week in Tesla news, we've got updates to the Model S, the X, some hints about Model 3, and wireless charging. All right, so there was a speech given by Straubel on a bunch of different things, and there were some hints dropped about the Model 3 coming out. Pretty neat stuff. They're saying that it's going to be next generation Tesla, so it's not going to be using the same platform as the Model S and X. We knew it's going to be a little bit smaller. They're saying it's going to be the size of an Audi A4. So if you look what an Audi A4 is, that's the size that the new Tesla is going to be. The new Model 3 $35,000 Tesla will be. So that's kind of cool. They also said that the level of features that it includes will surprise people. So that's interesting. That either means people are going to be surprised at how much comes with it, like the next generation autopilot, or who knows what, or it's not going to have as much features, and that's going to surprise people. But I'd like to think, it's going to have more features, even though I'm probably not going to get one because I've got an S, but more mass adoption, the better for EV for everybody. He also stated that he didn't think hydrogen fuel cell as a threat to electric cars, which is something that Elon Musk talked about in length. It just makes a whole lot more sense to put the electricity directly into the car as opposed to having to generate electricity from hydrogen in the car to convert it to run the car and to transport hydrogen to different fueling areas. And there's a whole video about it that you can look up. I can put a link to it in the show below. Anyways, don't get me started on hydrogen. And then Tesla is just having a heck of a time in some states selling cars. So over in Utah, they opened up a store about a year ago or so, and they weren't allowed to sell cars out of it. They thought they had something worked out with the legal and it was going to be okay to sell cars, but turns out it isn't, and they're still fighting to have their right to sell cars. Right now, they're kind of a used car dealership-ish type of thing, but they aren't allowed to take reservations for a Model 3. You can see cars there, but you can't buy cars there. It's kind of weird how they got it set up right now. They do have a service center and a supercharger, and it's a really nice show floor. You can see the car, you can go home and order it. The new bill, I guess, that they're trying to pass is going to allow them custom-made and delivered to people's houses, but they won't be able to sell new cars at the store. So Tesla's fighting that. They want to be able to just sell cars directly out of their store. We'll see what comes of that. If you live in Utah, please write whoever you can, your representatives, to try and get that straightened out so that Tesla can sell cars there. Over in Indiana, they're having the same issue. Their GM put a bill and they're trying to make it so that Tesla won't be able to sell cars in Indiana because they aren't a dealership and people would have to take their cars to another state to have them fixed, and just a bunch of other baloney. And if you live in that state, also write your representatives and let them know. It's kind of weird that a car company would propose a bill like that to force out the newcomer into the state. So it's just craziness. Let me know what you guys think below. Should Tesla just give in and do dealerships and let people sell Teslas, or is it cool the way it is now where they sell directly to the customer? There's no haggling, there's no issue with price, or what do you guys think? Is the way Tesla model now working good, or should they try and go with the old model and do dealerships and franchises and things? Let me know what you think. Model X news. A lot of people are claiming that they've got the world's fastest quarter mile and 1/8 of any SUV, which I believe is true. If you get the P90D ludicrous Model X, you'll be able to go faster than any other SUV. This week, Tesla said that it is focusing on cutting costs of its cars. It's not going to focus quite as much on getting that 0 to 60 faster than 2 seconds, or getting the range more high, like 300 or 400 miles, but instead they're going to be focusing more on cutting the cost of the vehicles to make them more affordable, to get into the hands of more people. So that's good. It's where Model 3 is at. So that's what we have to look forward to there. I would like more range in my car, but if they focus on the supercharger network, that's not as important, because you can drive for 3 hours without charging a current Tesla. And I don't know if a lot of people that enjoy riding for more than 3 hours at a time in a car. So more superchargers, I think, is best. If they could focus on the supercharging network and making lower cost cars so that they can get them out to more people. That's cool. There's been some new pictures of the Tesla Gigafactory, and it's showing that there's a lot of activity going on in the Gigafactory. Unfortunately, some of that Giga activity is people protesting. I guess there's the labor disputes going on. The contractors that are working with Tesla are hiring people from like Arizona and California as opposed to Nevada. And some of the workers, I guess, are not happy with the wage. It's kind of tough on Tesla's part because they hired a contractor, and the contractor is the one that's having these labor disputes, but it makes Tesla look bad. Let me know what you guys think below on, if Tesla should intervene and force their contractors to pay fair wages or have some kind of mandatory hiring of local people for the economy of Nevada, or what the best way to resolve this issue is, because we need that Gigafactory working to make the batteries for the Model 3, to do the mass market out EVs to everybody. So the updates to the Model S and X. I'm not sure if I covered this last week, but there was an update that helped the Model X with the doors so that when you get closer to them, they'll automatically present, and when you walk away from them, they'll close. On the Model S, I finally got my update where the summon works now. If you just double tap the park, it'll go in and out of the garage without having to use the fob or the app on the phone. Last but not least, wireless charging. Plugless Power has a wireless charging mount. It's like a little pad that you put on your garage floor and on the unit that mounts under the Tesla. And it'll charge at the rate of 20 miles an hour of range approximately. And so it's a level 2 charger. It's fairly fast, but compared to like a high power wall charger that is 60 miles an hour, it's not super fast. Although, if you leave your car overnight for like 8 to 10 hours, it'll get a full charge. So it's kind of cool. If you really want to use Summon all the time, then you can get the wireless charger and you don't have to worry about plugging and unplugging the car. So it's very tempting. You can do deposit now, and I think it's $200 and some for the deposit. It's going to be a few $1,000s for the install. In the show notes below, I have links to details. Everybody I've talked to at Tesla, they've always said that wireless charging is too slow, there's too much loss in the conversion. So it'll be interesting to see, because this is not technically supported by Tesla, but these guys are doing it anyways. So hopefully, it's not going to void the warranty or anything. We'll see how they do it. It'll be interesting. I know they've been doing it for the Volt and Leaf for years, and I haven't heard any issues. But if you want to not have to plug your car in and out, right now this is the only option. So I'll keep people posted in my videos on updates on how well this works as people start to get it installed in April, I believe. So thanks for watching the show. Please subscribe. I'm going to try and put these things out about once a week. If you like them, I'll keep doing them. Also do videos on Tesla, whatever, all the updates that come out, the trips that I take, and the superchargers that I go to. I finally got to go to a supercharger that had a solar panel on it, which I believe was the original promise, that all of the superchargers would eventually have solar canopies. So I was excited about that. And if you like tech shows about hacking phones and game consoles and getting the most out of your devices so they can do everything that you want them to do, please subscribe to our show at twosmartguys.com. And this show, I'm at Walking Crow on Twitter. See you guys next week.
Come out and play!
Like when they do music videos and there's a beat and it kind of goes blurry, like with the bass, like...
What is that?
Okay, where is this saying?
I never seen dick quackers during the...
If you don't understand how it's a huge deal, start watching all the videos.
Another game save exploit.
The cool thing about this one is it works with all PSPs across the board.
I know I could get at least 5,000 down the street.
Looks stronger to me.
Yes, it's a lie.
I'm Yago.
Couch guy.
Hi, I'm Pox.
And I'm Raggable.
Pretty cool stuff, huh?
What? And where can you find that?
better go wait outside. We don't want any trouble.